This is all dedicated to relationships. And I happen to be sitting with an expert.
Corey Porter.
The expert in relationships.
In my life, I'm an expert.
And we have tons of advice. And the first, I'll let Corey start it off with what first bit of advice.
The one thing that comes to mind when it comes to relationships is relationships are not 50-50. It doesn't work like that. Relationships are 100% per party, per individual, 100-100. That's what makes it work.
You see, I think it's 50-50. A woman washes it, a man wears it. A woman cooks it, a man eats it. That's 50-50, right?
That's pretty interesting. If you can get that to work for you, gentlemen, I'm not going to say don't do it, because that sounds awesome. But that's not what I've learned in my 3 divorces and many failed relationships. I've learned that personally, you better fucking put out. You better be uncomfortable all the time. And if your woman asks if you're happy, you better say no, because she's going to just turn up the heat. It's just going to be that way.
And we all don't want the fucking heat turned up.
Nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that. That's bullshit.
You don't want that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
You're already bending over, paying them bills, raising somebody else's kids. You know, you're slaving. You don't see your own paycheck. And if she's like, baby, are you happy? And you're like, I'm so happy, sweetheart. She's going to be like, huh, we'll see about that, motherfucker.
Yeah, why do you all do that? What? Okay. Now earlier, me and Corey had a discussion about one thing that every woman says. There's one line that every woman says when you first meet them. Corey, do you remember what that line was?
I'm different.
I'm different.
I'm not like
all the rest.
Girls. I'm totally different. You'll never meet another one like me. Then why are you all the same? What? Why?
Why do you say that? We would like some responses down below in the comments after I post this. Why? Why do all women say that they're different and they're not like all the rest, but then it turns out that they're all just like the rest? Why? It's a fraternity of women. It's a conspiracy. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, whether they know it or not, which I don't think women are stupid. I think they know that they're not like each other, or that they are like each other. I think they know, and I think they pretend not to know because it gives them power over each other, or at least in their minds. They think by saying, I'm not like those other girls, they're like thinking in their head, I'm better. And they all think they're better than each other, and women hate each other. They hate. Women don't like other women, especially the pretty ones. They're like, other women don't like me.
Yep.
Like, yeah.
And what's another common line that women come up with that, I usually have more guy friends than I do girlfriends. There's a fucking reason for that.
If you can't stand another woman, it's probably because she's exactly like you. But this isn't all about relationships. We're just kind of bashing on women right now. we gotta digress a little bit. We gotta bring this back to where, what are things we can do about this, Roy?
That's right.
What are some methods? What are some techniques that a man can use to diffuse a woman who's been hurt by other men or feels used by men?
Love and tenderness.
I'm a tender guy. Roy, I'm a tender guy. I can see both sides of the relationship coin.
Yeah.
I can understand a woman's pain when she's been lied to, not once or twice, but she's got 3 kids from 3 different guys and gave them all a chance to be better than the one. She gave them a chance, and they put a baby in her and they walked. That's a person with a big heart and 3 different kids from 3 different guys. Now,
I'm sensing a pattern.
Who's going to be man enough to step up and raise those babies?
That man right there.
I don't think that's a huge step. That's a
big
lot
step
to ask. But at the same time, she's not like those other girls.
That's right. She's different.
She's different. So, it's something you got to consider. Are you gonna be the one to break the cycle of having babies with different guys and actually sticking around and dealing with whatever damage has been done by her parents' horrible relationship, her father's horrible second relationship, bad stepdad, and then boyfriend after boyfriend, and break this cycle? You got to be strong enough to break this cycle, guys, and you might need some counseling afterwards. Or
yeah, lots of counseling. Another thing could be stop dating the same kind of fucking men.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm that guy. you see this coming, you just turn and run the other way.
Oh my God.
Because we are fucking tools.
I don't understand why all the guys treat me the same way, because you're dating the same fucking dude.
I have a really good memory, and I find the same kind of girls, and they go for the same kind of guys. I'm telling you, if he looks nice and dresses nice, he's in his 30s and he's single, you probably ought to second guess what you're thinking. Because he's single in his 30s for the same reason. Guys are not so different.
That's right.
It's a fact.
We have feelings too.
We do have feelings, but not the same kinds of feelings. Talking about nurture versus nature.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't nurture.
Guys are much more tender and loving and caring than we get, what we get credit for. It's sad, and it's nice. It's nice as a guy, being as sweet and as tender as I am, and as loving and caring. When you meet somebody like this guy who is all about...
I'm not like Roy. I'm not like Roy.
Oh. So, I guess the real question is, A, why you keep telling all the guys the same fucking line? B, why do you keep dating the same kind of guys all the fucking time? C, why do you keep putting out on a first date and then expecting a man to respect you?
And then
double D.
Yeah. What can we do to break that cycle as guys? And I guess it's just you're gonna have to hold your women to a little bit higher standard and not be asking for booby pics on the first couple.
Do not ask for booby pictures before you actually fucking meet them.
And another one, don't send a picture of your dick to some girl at random or a jack off video. Chicks will not open up to you after that. And the only time to send a dick pic is if they ask you, 1, and 2, have you met and engaged in intimate encounters? If you haven't done either of those things, don't send a picture of your dick. That's I think that's punishable by law in some states.
Make sure your dick is pretty.
And definitely manscape. If you are gonna, you do not want your boy to look like a grub worm peeking out of a fern. Okay, you do not want it. You don't want it looks like a garter snake.
You don't want to have to turn in your man card.
No.
Give them something to look at.
But just don't do it.
Yeah, just don't do it. Don't do it. So Snapchat, none of that shit. Don't be doing no nudity until after you fucking meet somebody.
After you at least buy them dinner.
No
if
shit.
You're gonna make them look at your penis. Buy them dinner first.
That's the least you can do.
That's the least you can do.
All right, what was something else we discussed? Take your medications.
Yeah, penicillin.
I'm just thinking of one for instance, but
Antacids.
take your meds. Your antacids.
Your common relationship medications are penicillin, antacids, and like Tylenol or aspirin for headaches.
Yep.
Anything other than that, maybe birth control.
Oh, it's something else that pisses me off.
Okay.
On your first fucking date, as a guy, we're moving over. On a first fucking date, you don't want to hear a woman complain about her being sexually molested as a child. She had a dirty touch uncle, some kind of disease you had at one point in time. No dude wants to hear that shit. Nobody wants to hear about, you had an abortion at 16. You're bipolar, you're fucking crazy. Nobody wants to hear that on a first date. You want to be putting your best foot forward. And laying out your fucking crazy right off the bat is not putting your best foot forward. And don't be a whore.
Guys, don't expect a good girl and treat them like a whore off the get-go by asking for phone sex and bringing that shit up all the time.
That's right.
And try to avoid conversations about family and kids and stuff like that on the first date, because it will lead to that. I lost my virginity when I was 11 and a half, and I've had trouble with life ever since, and the whole bipolar thing. I hear that a lot. It's very overdiagnosed. It goes hand in hand with a lot of baggage, and seriously, you got to get this stuff taken care of before you consider dating.
That's right.
Like, guys have anger issues. You got to get that stuff taken care of before you are like entering the dating pool. Don't bring all that to the table. And like that whole his crazy matches my crazy, we're a great couple. Holy
that's
shit.
wrong.
That is like setting the forest on fire and building a house in the middle of it.
No shit.
Oh my God, don't do that.
So keep it simple, stupid. You dress like a slut. You act like a slut. Don't get mad when a man treats you like a slut. And that goes for guys alike. You're gonna throw out your dick pics and, talk all fucking dirty. That's what the woman's gonna expect you're gonna be like. Don't do that shit.
Best foot forward.
Best foot forward. So there is your dating advice for the day. I'm curious to see what comments I'll get on this. And if you got any questions, we got fucking answers. We got them all. We got answers for everything. So, bye. Say bye.